It is hard to turn on the news without seeing a story about bullying, and we're not talking about just harmless child's play.
It is deadly serious. It's so frustrating. Dawn Baker is looking into this growing epidemic and joins us now.
Well, according to Psychology Today magazine and many other sources, there are approximately 282,000 students who are physically attacked in schools each month. As many as 90% of 4th and 8th through 8th graders report being victims of bullying. And bullying is nothing new. Nearly 10 years ago, I introduced Victoria DiNatale in the shadows as she was being bullied unmercifully. Now, she wanted to tell her story, but was too afraid to show her face for fear of more harassment. In spite of her reservation, she wanted to tell her story and ultimately put a face on bullying. And now she's beyond bullying. She not only survived, she thrived and has dedicated her life to helping other young people stand up for themselves. Boys and girls dancing and acting, but there's a message in their fun.
Well, who told her she could come here anyway?
This is just one small scene from the nightmare that was Victoria DiNatale's life as a preteen, constantly bullied in middle school. The physical, verbal, and emotional attacks were nonstop.
My body reacts in a very unusual way. I developed what's called a stress cough, and I would cough habitually every 2 to 3 seconds. And I couldn't stop, and I was in this rut where I was in such a bad place, and I was so fixated on what the bullies were doing to me day in and day out that I couldn't stop coughing, and I coughed like that for every 3 months, 24 hours at a time.
She shocked students at this assembly at St. Peter's Catholic School on Wilmington Island as she told them her story.
The coughing was so bad that it caused a rip in my lower bowel, and I had rectal bleeding because of the coughing, which was caused by the bullying.
And what caused the coughing, y'all?
Bullying. I had post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a disorder that many war veterans suffer from. It was just really a nightmarish time of my life.
Victoria thought of taking her own life, but with support from her family, counselors, and doctors, she not only survived, she triumphed and went from victim to victorious. For the last 3 years, she has devoted her life to sharing her story in hopes of preventing other young people from experiencing what she did.
And I come in and I talk to students and tell them that it is cool to be kind. And that's my message to students, that they have the power to change the world, but they're never going to be as extraordinary as they could be if they're bullying and harassing and tormenting other people.
Now, those students, many of them Girl Scouts, spent a lot of time asking questions. With bullying being such an epidemic, we wanted to give our viewers that same opportunity to talk with her, too. Victoria is here live in our WTOC newsroom, live online, answering questions from students, parents, and educators. We want you to join in the conversation. Just go to our website, WTOC.com, and click on the live chat link at the top of the homepage.